Hello, Adanim Shel HaMishnah, Masters of Mishnah. I'm about to sing and explain Masechet Sukkah, Perek Gimel, Mishnah Daled. In this Mishnah, we learn about how many of the Arba Minim, 4 species that a person needs when they shake a lulav. So now I want to explain a couple new concepts. One is lechatchila versus bediavad. Lechatchila means ideally, meaning this is how we always try to do a mitzvah if circumstances go well. Now, bediavad, which is the opposite, means not ideally, meaning this is how we do a mitzvah when things do not go according to plan, when circumstances don't allow us to fulfill the mitzvah to its fullest. So an example would be, your mother says, please return home at 9 o'clock. Lechatchila. But, bediavad, if you're still working on your homework, you may return at 9:30. Okay, so now I'm about to sing the Mishnah. Sam, stop talking. Isaac, yes, I'm talking to you. You have to stop talking too. And Carly? Perfect. Okay, so now I will sing the Mishnah, and I will also act it out. Rivi Yishmael Omer Shlosha Hadasim Ushte Aravot Velulav Echad Vetrog Echad Afilu Shnayim Ketomin Vechad She'eno Katum. Rivi Yishmael Omer Shlosha Hadasim Ushte Aravot Velulav Echad Afilu Shnayim Ketomin Vechad She'eno Katum. So now I will explain it. Rabbi Yishmael says, Shlosha Hadasim, meaning a person needs 3 Hadasim, Ushte Aravot, and 2 Aravot, Velulav Echad, and 1 Lulav, Ve'etrog Echad, and 1 Etrog. So that is the halakha, that is the law, lechatchila, if everything goes well. But then the Mishnah says, afilu shnaim ketomim, even if 2 of the hadasim were cut, ve'echad she'eno katum, but 1 is not cut, meaning 1 is still whole, then bediavad, it is still called a mitzvah. So we learned that here, that ideally, lechatchila, a person needs to have 3 whole hadasim. But he says that if 2 are cut and 1 still whole, you can still do a mitzvah. So for example, if you were on the way to Minyan, and you fell and you tripped, and 2 of the hadasim break, we learn from this Mishnah that bediavad, not ideally, he could still do a mitzvah. So he or she could still go to the Minyan and wave it, and bediavad, it would still be considered a mitzvah of shaking a lulav. Now I want to also explain that another new idea we are learning here is about how the Mishnah, Torah She'Ba'al Peh, oral Torah, often clarifies psukim in the Torah. So for example, in the Torah, it's not telling us how many of each of the 4 species a person needs for a lulav. It's only in this Mishnah that we should learn how many of each of the 4 species we should need. And also, the Torah is not clear on the identity of these for species. Like for example, in the Torah, it just says, take pri etz harar, the fruit of a beautiful tree. Now, there are many beautiful trees, so you may have no idea what it's talking about. We only learn through Torah she'ba'al peh that pri etz harar, the fruit of a beautiful tree, actually means etrog. So now I will sing the Mishnah 2 more times, and I would like for you to sing it afterwards. Rivi Yishmael Omer Shlosha Harasim Ushte Aravot Velulav Echad Vetrog Echad Afilu Shnayim Ketomin Ve'echad She'eno Katum Ribi Yishmael Omer Shlosha Harasim Ushte Aravot Velulav Echad Afilu Shnayim Ketomim Ve'echad She'eno Katum. So now please pause it. I want you to know that we are going to have a project which I want you to start working on right now. I want you all to choose a partner, and you will, in 2 weeks, you will act out this Mishnah, meaning make up your own hand signals for it, like I did. You either could use my hand signals, or you could choose any hand signals you are interested in using, but they have to be hand signals that signify all of the words in the Mishnah. Okay?